Now that Halloween is over, it's time to run headfirst into the holidays. It's the most wonderful time of year, goodwill toward men and women, or whatever your gender identity. Make the Yuletide. What is Yuletide? What is Yule? If you're having a hard time getting into the holiday spirit, then Vinegar Syndrome is here to help with their brand new release for one of my favorite sleazy holiday slashers, Don't Open Till Christmas. I did a full review of Don't Open Till Christmas a few years ago as part of one of my holiday horrors series, but I love this movie, and I don't hear people talk about it nearly enough, so let's talk about it some more. And if you're wondering why I'm holding the release this way, covering up a good portion of it, it's because the slipcase is not safe for YouTube. It's Christmas time in the UK, but not everyone is holly nor jolly. You see, someone has taken their hatred for Santa one step too far and are offing people dressed as Father Christmas left and right. As far as plot is concerned, or at least cohesive plot, that's about it. Because Don't Open Till Christmas is a movie that had production problems. Edmund Purdom, an actor who deserves a video all his own, made a deal with legendary exploitation producer Dick Randall, who deserves a video all his own too. Anyway, Purdom said, if you want me to star in your holiday horror movie, I have to direct it too. Randall agreed, but Purdom didn't have very much experience behind the camera, and it showed. Now, Randall was not known for producing prestige pictures, so for him to consider most of what Purdom had shot to be unacceptable says a lot. It's been reported that one day on set, Purdom attempted to direct a dog in the same manner he would have a human actor, by telling the dog where to go and what to do. So after Purdom was excused from his duties as the director, he split, leaving the movie sans director and sans star. Randall brought in another director to finish things, but this guy was somehow even worse than Purdom and only lasted a couple of days. Finally, a third director was brought in, and much of the script had to be rewritten. So you have a movie where the leading man all but disappears about halfway through. A new lead character is then introduced, and introduced with such subtlety and grace, you hardly even notice. And we get a whole bunch of random Santa slayings, which are highly amusing. One Santa is thrown atop a chestnut roaster and immediately bursts into flames. Another Santa gets his holiday spirit cut off while in a public bathroom. Ho ho, ouch. Don't Open Till Christmas is a movie you can easily pick apart, just like the cheap dollar store wrapping paper you use for gifts you felt obligated to buy for relatives you don't really care about. But danged if it ain't entertaining. Take, for instance, the leading lady's father, who the killer claims early on. He's dressed as Santa for a Christmas party, a very well-attended Christmas party in a fairly cramped space. However, when he's murdered, while front and center at the party, the killer just slips away. No one notices a thing. Did I mention that the killer killed him with one of the stealthiest, most inconspicuous murder weapons known to man? A spear. And the crowd's reaction to having watched this poor man be brutally murdered right in front of them goes something like this. Sucks to be him. Then there's the fact that the leading lady's boyfriend tells her, literally the very next day, don't you think it's time to move on? All because he wants to go out and play his flute. He's a street musician. And as if that weren't bad enough, very soon thereafter, he's encouraging her to participate in a holiday photo shoot. A nude holiday photo shoot. Alongside another nude woman. Sounds like quite the catch, doesn't he, ladies? And that chosen profession of his really says, I'm going places. The poorhouse being the one and only place. Edmund Purdom plays the lead investigator on the case until he's suspended. Then his partner, Detective Powell, takes over. But it Doesn't really matter who's in charge of the case because neither one of them could find water in a lake. Purdom spends much of the movie just wandering around. Literally. There are long sequences of him just wandering around a shopping center, then some kind of Piccadilly Square market, and later just wandering around at night, because that's how you solve a murder case. I'm shocked, legitimately shocked, that his investigation didn't lead him to at least one strip joint. Big missed opportunity there. Don't Open Till Christmas feels like two movies crudely slapped together. And it kind of is. However, it's Edmund Purdom's contributions to the film that are far more entertaining. You may remember Purdom from movies like Absurd, or one of my favorite cheesy sleazy 80s slashers, Pieces. Purdom clearly took notes from director Juan Piquer Simon while on the set of Pieces. Coherent plot, who needs it? Give me the 3 B's. Bodies, blood. You know what that third B is. Bravura, of course. What were you thinking? I've speculated that Purdom's character was intended to be revealed as the killer. It's pretty obvious that that was the case, but when he split, another killer had to be introduced. Or maybe there's 2 killers. You could make that argument. The last act of Don't Open Till Christmas shifts entirely from sleazy slasher to psychological serial killer movie. We even get a tacked on flashback of the killer as a child that's supposed to explain why they dislike Santa, or being dressed as Santa. I don't know. It would have made more sense if Purdom hadn't split. It's his flashback, but if he's not the killer, then the dog's flashback from The Hills Have Eyes 2 makes more sense. Don't Open Till Christmas is a movie that I've watched every holiday season for many years. I love it. It's bad, but bad in such a good way. So imagine my excitement when I heard that Vinegar Syndrome was giving the film a brand new Blu-ray release. The slipcase, which is again not safe for YouTube, is the same high quality that we've come to expect from Vinegar Syndrome. It's thick, it's embossed in spots, and it sports some very nice artwork. And the slipcase doubles as a Christmas card from Vinegar Syndrome. When you open it, it actually says on one side, Merry Christmas from Vinegar Syndrome, and on the other side, there are the signatures of, I'm assuming, everybody that works at Vinegar Syndrome. And if I cover this part here, then I can show you it. Isn't that sweet of them? The sleeve is reversible. On one side, we have a more covered up version of the artwork on the slipcase, and on the reverse, we have the original poster art for Don't Open Till Christmas. As far as picture quality is concerned, this is hands down the best Don't Open Till Christmas has ever looked. There are a few scenes that look a little washed out, but aside from that, the image is nicely detailed and the colors are pretty decent, particularly the color red, which pops just right. This release comes with a DTSD HD 2.0 Master Audio mono track, which sounded clean and clear as a bell. Overall, I'd give both the picture quality and the sound quality on this release a solid 4.5 out of 5. As far as extras are concerned, first up we have Don't Direct Till Christmas. It's 20 minutes and 3 seconds in length. It's a brand new interview with additional scenes director and writer Alan Birkinshaw. Mr. Birkinshaw discusses working with and being friends with producer Dick Randall and what a character he was. He discusses Edmund Purdom's background and what a character he was as well, and how he got the gig of starring in and directing Don't Open Till Christmas. He discusses Purdom's bizarre directing style, particularly how he attempted to direct a dog as if it were a human actor. Mr. Birkinshaw also discusses rewriting 30 to 40 minutes of the film in an attempt to create a cohesive storyline, his thoughts on the film today, and much more. Next, we have Slashing Ms. Monroe. It's 34 minutes and 36 seconds in length. It's a brand new interview with actress Carolyn Monroe. Ms. Monroe discusses her background in genre films like Maniac, Dracula AD 1972, first becoming aware of the term slasher, as in slasher movies. She discusses her musical number in Don't Open Till Christmas and how that came together. Ms. Monroe discusses first meeting Dick Randall and what a larger-than-life character he was. She discusses working on Slaughter High and her memories of that film, her co-stars including Simon Scudamore, and his death. She discusses working with Joe Spinell, becoming good friends with him, working on Maniac, meeting fans at conventions, and much more. Next, we have Purdom Babylonia. It's 16 minutes and 35 seconds in length. It's a brand new interview with Lillian Purdom, daughter of director and star Edmund Purdom. Miss Purdom discusses the mixed feelings she has toward her father, the book she wrote about him, his background, his rise to stardom, the affair that destroyed his career in the U.S., him moving to Italy, his womanizing, visiting several sets of her father's films, how beloved he was by the Italians, and how awful an experience Don't Open Till Christmas was for him. She discusses her favorite films of her father's and much more. Next, we have Birkinshaw Uncut, an extensive career-spanning interview with Alan Birkinshaw. It's 56 minutes and 10 seconds in length. Next, we have The Making of a Horror Film. It's 52 minutes and 6 seconds in length. It's an archival making-of documentary featuring various interviews and skits with the cast and crew. It's an interesting making-of documentary. You get to see scenes that Purdom filmed that aren't in the final cut of Don't Open Till Christmas. Purdom tells a story about one of his ex-wives attempting to kill him while in the bath. Very interesting story. We watch as Purdom directs a scene poorly. There are skits in which producer Dick Randall is screening the film and is not happy with what he's seeing. There's also an on-set interview with co-producer Steve Managian. Steve Managian was one of the infamous Boston backers who bankrolled the original Friday the 13th, as well as Last House on the Left. It's a very entertaining making of documentary, I have to say. Next, we have A Dangerous Place for Santa, the locations of Don't Open Till Christmas with Ewan Cant. It's 14 minutes and 39 seconds in length. We get deleted and extended scenes from a never-before-seen rough cut, behind-the-scenes still gallery, the original theatrical trailer, and an audio commentary with film historian Amanda Reyes. This is a stunning release for Don't Open Till Christmas from Vinegar Syndrome. Both the picture quality and audio quality are fantastic, and we get a plethora of awesome extras. If you're a fan of Don't Open Till Christmas, then this release needs to be in your collection. This release would also make the perfect stocking stuffer for any beloved family member this holiday season. If you've seen Don't Open Till Christmas, please let me know your thoughts on the film down in the comments section below. If you've already picked up this release from Vinegar Syndrome, please let me know your thoughts on it as well. And while you're down there, let me know what your favorite holiday horror movie is. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Thank you to all my patrons and channel members. I appreciate your generosity and support of my channel. Become a patron today and have a say in what content appears on my channel. Join me for monthly live streams and much more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.